The last year was all about getting the distillery project off the ground, which we did from May last year, 2021, and that was been a 12-month process, mainly of restoration of the old mill complex, which you can see around us. Most of the stonework is now finished. We also launched our brands, Clanculla, Shin Gin and Oosh Irish Whiskey. We had 2 equity rounds and we raised over 3 million in total last year, which we were delighted with.
We also opened the cafe, which will be a year open, the end of June, beginning of July, and that's gone from strength to strength. The community have been brilliant.
Well, the next few months is finishing up the civil side of the project here, and we're nearly there. As you can see, we're in the brew house and it's almost finished. In the next 3-4 weeks, equipment will start arriving, which is really exciting to start seeing some equipment on site. Well, Haskell Distillery will be an all-electric distillery, which gives us the possibility to source renewable energy and use just renewable energy, which we will be doing. 70% of that will be from the grid, which is really sourced from local wind farms and offshore wind farms. And the remaining 30% will be generated on site with our own solar panels and hydro wheels in the mill race. What is a kind of unique to us is that we're not going to be burning any fossil fuels or gas or biogas on site. We'll have no carbon emissions from the energy supply side of the process. We will use new technology, although it's a technology that's been around for a while, but new for the industry, in using very high temperature heat pumps and a very efficient energy storage system. The distillation process is a very energy intensive process, and traditionally distilleries have used fossil fuels or gas to generate the thermal loading that's needed to drive the distillation process. I believe we are, at this scale of distillery, we are the first to be looking at this type of technology. I hope we're not the last. I hope all other distilleries follow suit. The whiskey and gin, through the production process, will be carbon neutral, which I don't think we have a carbon neutral Irish whiskey or gin on the market at the moment that was produced from the scale that we have here. So we feel that's an important differentiator for us and our business and our brands.
We want to push our brands out there, make us a global company, make sure that everybody knows Clanculla, the Oosh and the Shin Gin brands around the world. And Gareth and myself were starting off and doing the whiskey and the gin and making up the recipes and that. Gareth said to me, just make the gin to what you would drink. If you like it, that's fine. And I think that for me was a big thing when we won the first. I'm going to get emotional now. Yeah, no, when we won the first award for the gin, and I just thought, that's amazing. Like, everybody has, well, the same taste as I have, but that the fact that they liked something that Gareth and myself made.
Well, it was validation.
Yeah, I think that was
what
it.
we're doing,
that was a big moment.
And have been doing for the last 4 years, is worth it.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment. A lot of great moments along the journey.
Well, for me, when I first saw the building, I knew that it had a story to tell. I knew that there was a lot more it had to give, and I think we all rush to building new and forget about our past and forget about the beautiful structures that we have built in years gone by. And it was bringing it back to life for me. I could see it underneath all the trees and the vegetation. There was just, I don't know, a soul to it, I suppose. The easy option would have been to build a building in the middle of a field somewhere or whatever. But you wouldn't get this. The beautiful stonework, the story that's behind here. I think people locally have been an amazing support to us. They have really taken on board what we're trying to do. And I think locally they want to be part of it and want to see their village grow again and bring this lovely building back to life.
You can see what a bit of investment can do to a small village in terms of jobs in the local economy. And instead of going to the big cities, I think this is a good model of how we can really develop rural Ireland which really is the heart and soul of Ireland. That's what people come to see.
Okay.
But what do you notice about that?
They're all in a row.
Yeah, I got all my ducks in a row. So you got that in. Well done.